Amateur Night.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Amateur Night. I'm your host, Frosty, here with my man, Jake. Jake, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to another episode of Amateur Night during the day here Saturdays at 1.
Yeah, absolutely. We are back with Penguins action in the IBL. The Penguins taking on the expansion Brewers. Brewers, as you can see, 0-3. Penguins 2-3. So real quick, we had to skip a game because we didn't have footage for it. We did pull the box score, however. We see the Penguins got back in the winning column against the Bombers, a third-year team out of the IBL, 11-0. I will note the box score is wrong. The Bombers actually had 2 hits in that game, not 0, so it wasn't a no hitter. But it was a great game all around for the Penguins. Sam Jordan got the win in that one, and I think the Penguins pitched 4 guys in that game, and none of them gave up a run, including Austin Beaver, who made his debut pitching in a while. And then we had a home run by Derek White in that game, who led the team in total bases with 8. Also, we had a triple by Derek White, so he was a single away or a double away from the cycle in that game. So he played really well. And by and large, a really good game. And now we turn our attention to this expansion team who we've not faced before ever. So it'll be the first time in Penguins history facing them. I'm excited for this game. What are you looking forward to most, Jake? What do you want to see today?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. 11 runs, that's pretty impressive for the Penguins. I know we've seen a couple of times kind of struggling with the bats, so hopefully they can continue and carry that over into this game against the Brewers.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things we know about rec league ball is that your lineup's going to change considerably depending on who can appear and who can't. This week, though, let's go through the starting lineup for the Penguins. They are the home team, so they'll be pitching first. I believe Austin Beaver will start on the mound for the Penguins. Look at this nice action shot my wife took of Alex Agrawal leading off, playing center field, normally playing shortstop, but due to 2 center fielders missing, Agrawal's going to step up. Made the All-Star game a year ago as a center fielder, so really good there. And then we got Sam Moran in short, who's usually plays second base, but he moves over. He's played shortstop for the Penguins quite a bit last year as well. Derek White, the home run guy, batting third, EHing. We got Ricardo Jimenez, playing first base. We got Jose Alvarado making his debut in right field. Jose was stuck in Florida for some work stuff early in the season, but now he's back. Second year Penguin. We're excited to see him. Really talented with the bat. He'll also be playing right field. Tyler Sherrard, catcher, batting sixth. We have all-star Tony Safranek playing third base, batting seventh. Adam Lesniak, our backup catcher, playing second base today. He's played well there in the past, so we'll see if he steps up today. And then we got Corey Kern, your boy Frosty, EHing, batting ninth. And I will tell you, as the manager, you put the worst batter in the ninth spot. That's what we do. And so that's how I feel about how I'm going to hit today. And then we got Everett Laughlin playing left field. So that's your starting lineup. Quite a bit different, moving some people around. But a lot of the key hitters are still there, Jake. So I think the Penguins have a good shot to have a decent offensive showing today. The question is, how well are the Brewers going to hit? I know they're a little thin on pitching. That's normal for a first-year team, is to be just short on pitching, just because pitchers don't last long all the time and give up kind of after high school and college. So for us, that was a big problem our first year, and I know it's going to be a big problem for them this year. But we see the Penguins actually warming up before the game, taking the field, taking an infield, which is nice to see. When you only play 1 week, 1 day out of the week, it's good to just kind of work on the fundamentals. Pros work on the fundamentals all the time, right, Jake? But it's good to get out there and do it and not look past it, even as amateurs. So it's good to see them out there. We still see Will Prine hitting the ball out there, one of our pitchers for the team. So everybody on the team takes kind of a dual role as we go through. So, but beautiful field today. I believe this is actually, I can't remember what field this is. But it's a turf field, which is nice. It has its advantages. Obviously, a turf field, the ball's going to bounce more regularly. You're not going to hit a rock. You're not going to hit it. But also, it's a little slippery sometimes. So, playing on carpet. We see the outfield just warming up, working on their cuts to home. Get this game underway here shortly, I'm sure. Did you watch the home run derby while we're waiting on the warm up? Did you watch the home run derby this week, Jake?
I actually did not. I think I was at work, unfortunately.
Yeah, the big play of the game, as we're gonna look ahead here, was they put a lot of high schoolers out there pretty regularly, and one of the high schoolers robbed one of the batters of a home run. Jumped over the wall and took it. So that was the big news of the week. If you watch that, they gave the home run to the guy, which is good. But also, like that kid just made like a lifelong memory.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got bragging rights, in any kind of conversation when he goes back to school.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see Austin Beaver warming up now, it looks like we'll get this game underway here shortly. Beaver, second year player for the Penguins. Last year, pitched in a couple of games, hurt his arm, and wasn't able to pitch the rest of the season, working his way back from that injury here. He's had a couple of shorter appearances. I think he's pitched in 2 innings going into this game. Perfect game for him to kind of get back on track. It's an opponent that we don't know, an opponent that doesn't know him, hoping that he can, make some magic happen out there on the mound to start the game. But if not, I think we have our full complement of pitchers for this game. So plenty of arms for the Penguins to throw. They've been going with that pitch by committee mentality this year. That's really worked out well for them. See the pitch there.
We've got a nice camera angle this week. I know that's something if you've been following along the throughout this amateur night series. It's a different camera angle, it seems, just about every week, but we got a really nice one this week. Full view of the field.
Yeah, this is one of the first games where we've used the against the backstop setup with our new setup and an iPhone. So I'm pretty happy with it. We can see quite a bit of action here. You can see the umpires talking about what they're going to have for dinner after this, which is always good. You don't get that in the major leagues. They do it in the major leagues too. They actually talk about like steakhouses nearby and things. You just don't see that because the camera angles and everything. But we see it here. So as it looks like we're about to get this one underway. So number 11 here up to bat for the Brewers, their leadoff guy. Good on base percentage guy, likes to try to work a long count, try to work a walk. There's the pitch. All right, Beaver starts out with a strike. What's the over on under on leave it to Beaver jokes he's heard in his life? What do you think?
I'm sure. I'm sure there's a bunch he's heard.
Yeah, I'm sure. We get strike 2 there. Good start by Austin. Indiana's windy. That's the number one thing we've learned about these broadcasts. It's too flat. And he hits the batter there, so he'll get on first here. So 2 straight strikes and then hit by pitch. Next batter's taking his time to get to the batter's box. My God, man, what is this? It wasn't that long, but still. Austin's got people to strike out today. You know what I'm saying? That's a ball. Ricardo Jimenez in midseason form calling balls and strikes for the Penguins over at first base. Runner's going. Oh man, he caught that. Did you see that?
Yeah, bare hand.
He caught it off the hop bare hand and threw it down to second. Still almost got the out. What a play by Tyler Sherrard. My God. Ball's coming in probably high 70s, low 80s, and he catches it off the hop bare hand and makes a terrific throw. That's bonkers, dude. I think they're going to give him a couple minutes just to make sure his hand is okay. That's why I'm not a catcher. I can't do that. I got to be honest with you. I caught a ball barehanded once. That was the last game I ever caught.
Yeah.
You got to be tough back there. So hit by pitch and a stolen base. Now a bunt attempt. That's ball three. So pressure right off the bat by the Brewers. Interesting story. The Brewers apparently were an 18 plus team that played in that league, but enough of their players were, we see ball four, batter will make his way to first base. Apparently, enough of their players were over the age of 25. They decided to move the entire team up. So they're not your normal expansion that's like looking for players from scratch, but instead brought an entire team up from the 18 plus to the 25 plus. It'll be interesting to see if that makes this team more competitive as they settle into the league than other expansion teams. That's what we need to see from Austin. You know, I think sometimes he tends to overthrow the ball a little bit, nice and easy over the top, throw a strike. He can bring heat though. There's strike two, 0-2 ahead here. Ball hit, ground ball of first baseman. He throws it to second, wide, and then a throw to nobody at first base. So the Brewers strike first on the error, almost score again. Instead, they're at second and third with nobody out after tagging on a run there. So Brewers up 1-0. Just a terrible play all around by the Penguins defensively. Not something we've seen a ton this year, but the errant throw by Ricardo down to second base, and the second base throwing it to nobody. The pitcher should cover there. Is kind of the rule. The pitcher or the second baseman cover first base there. Neither of them did it. Instead, the ball gets thrown all the way into right field, which gives the Brewers an easy lead here in the first. No outs still. Just a strike. I do like, you know, we had the walk and the hit by a pitch, but that's I think majority Austin's throwing strikes. So he just needs to keep pounding away at the zone and not get discouraged here. I think. See another hit. That's a single. That gets into left field. Brewers score another one. And now they're on first and third with still nobody out. 2-0. So Brewers came out firing today. Note though, the two runners that are scored, walk, hit by pitch, both scored. That's why it's important to get off to a fast start as a pitcher. Get a ball there. First and third situation with nobody out. I expect the runner at first to go at some point here. Doesn't go there. That's the ball. Beaver checks the runner at first. Gets the strike call there. So far, according to Ricardo, every pitch has been a strike though. So I like him better as an umpire for us. The ball, 3-1. The real question is this camera going to hold up through the entire game? Ground ball gets through. So that's another single and another run. Brewers up 3-0 here. Still not an out recorded by the Penguins. Rough start, Jake.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a rough start there. Um, just kind of things compounding there. It's not that the Brewers are going deep or anything like that. Just a couple of errors combined with some guys getting on base.
Yeah. Catcher went out there for a quick mound visit. What do you tell the pitcher if you're the catcher in that situation?
I think just try to get some strikes, get the count on your side as much as you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. Right. I think he's worked ahead only on two batters so far. He's worked from behind, including this one, for every other batter. Still a little high there. There's a nice strike on the outside corner. Sherrard as a catcher is sneaky good at framing pitches. He'll steal one or two for you a game. Uh, Becoming a lost art, I think, in baseball. And it's the one thing I disagree with the ABS system, automatic balls and strikes system coming to Major League Baseball. Is it gets rid of that art. Catchers pride themselves on being able to do that. But now, obviously, I think the ABS system is better because umpires are wrong 20% of the time. But that is one part of the game that'll go away. Are you an ABS guy or are you an umpire guy? What do you think?
I like the umpire as long as it's in favor of my team.
Oh, yeah, no, that
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense. All right, there's the first out. Strike one there for strikeout number one, I should say, for Austin. So maybe they'll get him back on track. Whatever Tyler said to him must have worked because he gets the strikeout immediately after talking to him. Just a bit high. Typically, once per game, when I see one of those or someone bounce it, I'll tell them, bring it up a little bit, bring it down a little bit, just for some levity. You know what I mean? All right, that's a strike. All right, another strike there for Beaver. 1-2. And the pitch. It's hit. Second baseman fields it, makes the throw, and the first baseman drops the ball. Feels like it's just one of those innings, Jake. You talked about it last night on Instigate Success, but our podcast, by the way, if you're watching this, make sure you tune in to Instigate Success Friday nights at 9 p.m. Talked about it for the Penguins, the games they've lost, it's been one just terrible inning. And the rest of the game is really solid. And it looks like the Penguins are starting the game with that terrible inning today. As he gets the strike. Ground ball to the shortstop. Rand fields it, makes the throw. They get the out. The run does score, however. So that'll put them on second and third with two outs. Brewers take 4-0 lead. Pitch. Strike. That's tough with bases loaded. Just too slow to get the double play there on the bouncer. But Moran does a good job charging in to get the out. We see a foul ball. Oh, we got hit. First one of the game. Here comes the pitch. Just a bit outside. 1-2. Thank you. We're fine. I would assume that person in the background is talking to us. Foul ball. That'll keep the count at 1-2. Pitch, ground ball past the pitcher to the second baseman. They get the out. Nice play there by Lesniak. And that will retire the side finally. We head to the bottom of the first. Brewers up 4. I got to be honest, happy with Austin kind of showing some grit there. Not everything went his way. But he kept battling, and that's kind of what you got to do, as you're working your way back. Things aren't going to go your way. You got to learn to work past that. And they did that there. So now, the Penguins, obviously, this game's not over. It's only bottom of the first. It's only 4 innings. Penguins scored 11 last game, so we're hoping they'll score more than 4 this game. Interesting fact about the Brewers that may be true. I'm not sure if it is, but I was told this. So if it is, it's an interesting fact. But I'm told pitcher catcher combination here is father son. So they do have. I can confirm they have the same last names.
Yeah, that would be an interesting combination. You don't see that very often in sports. I mean, you got LeBron and Bronny right now, but aside from that, really you don't see that.
Yeah, not since Ken Griffey Jr. The last notable one in baseball. So yeah, I'm rooting for him for every game but this game. Uh, to do well. You see Jeff Arnold getting the ball over there. Sorry, Jeff Darnold. I mispronounced his last name. Number 98 for the Penguins, first year player. Throw down to second base. I don't think that was a serious throw. I think he's got more in his arm than that. That looked pretty lackadaisical. I hate when catchers do that when you haven't seen them before because, as a third base coach for this team, I'm trying to decide, who I can send and who I can't. And it's hard to do it when they don't show you their arm. Agarwal up here. First pitch is ripped down the third base line, and that's a single. Good start for Agarwal. First pitch he sees, he puts down the third base line. Pretty hard hit ground ball. And he's on first with nobody out. That'll bring up Sam Moran. Sam steps in here. Really good hitter so far this year. As we see a ball. Pitcher Austin Beaver goes to cover first base as the first base coach. Pulling double duty today. Throw down to first is not in time. That ball's in there for strike one. 1-1. Moran, a switch hitter, doesn't go always the lefty righty matchup. He's one of those switch hitters that's, I think, a bit more rare, a lot more rare, in the fact that whichever one feels the best that day is the one he's going to use, regardless of pitcher arm. So today felt good from the left side, so that's where he's going from. Here comes the pitch. Moran hits it to first base, double play opportunity. Touch second, and he's safe. Touch first, he's safe at second. So fielder's choice gets one out there for the Brewers. Unfortunately for Moran, just bounced it right to the first baseman. Good job by Agarwal, though. He got under the tag. Well done by him. Or under the tag. Got to second base. And now looks like Derek White is up. Derek White, a home run and a triple last game. Ball one there. The active leader of career home runs for the Penguins. I believe he's at 5 for his career. So, it's always fun to throw out career stats and career records for a team that's only existed. This is their 4th year, because all of them are super low. That's why I'm on the leaderboard on several things, is because we haven't been around very long. As that leaderboard grows, as the seasons grow, the leaderboard will surpass me, I'm sure, in every way. So here comes the pitch. That's outside. So walk worked by White. The Penguins are threatening here, first and second with only one away. As Ricardo Jimenez is up. He hit a home run the first game of the season. Really good fastball hitter. You gotta be careful. Pitches a ball. I like that the Penguins, it feels like, have been a little patient here. You can't get 4 runs in a swing of a bat right here, so work and pass the baton to the next guy. That ball's hit to center field. Center fielder makes the catch, and that's 2 away. So here's something, Jake, you haven't seen yet. We got to bring it up. Jose's uniform's not in yet because we weren't sure when he was going to make it with the team. He's wearing last year's uniform, the blue and pink pinstripes, what we call ice cream cone uniform. Give us your grade of this magnificent piece of history for the Penguins here. It's effective. He hit a double off that one, it looks like.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, if you look good, you feel good, and you play good, so clearly it seems to be working.
Absolutely, as the Penguins get on the board, making it 4-1. First at bat of the season, he ropes a double into the gap. Something the Penguins have been sorely missing are guys that can hit extra base hits, and they got one there. So that's ball one to Tyler Sherrard, the catcher up here, looking to cash in a couple runs, make this maybe a 1-run game with a single. Of course, Jose swung at the first pitch. Didn't even give you a chance to see it. Sherrard gets ball 2. Curveball for a strike. 2-1. UFO counter still at 0. Hoping it goes up by 1 today. It's really overcast though. Like unlikely, I would say, as that's a foul ball for strike 2. Looks like it's going to rain, to be honest, which is why they're playing on a turf field. It's nice because even if it starts to rain, The game will continue as long as there's no lightning. 2-2 count. 2 on, 2 out. Pitch. Is that going to drop? It does not. That's out number 3. So we head to the top of the second. Penguins make a little bit of a dent there, though, making it a 4-1 game. Put contact in the ball a lot. So I think that's probably a good sign for things to come. They just got to kind of hone it in. But they got to figure out how to clean up on the field. Obviously, can't have the errors you had last inning. So hopefully, we'll see that cleaned up a bit. And so it looks like we got a new pitcher here. Sam Jordan is making his appearance. Sam's pitched in every game so far this season for the Penguins. The rookie's getting his time to shine on the mound, I should say. I think it's probably, again, take it with a grain of salt because I'm the manager of the team, but I kind of like this call, honestly. You gave up 4 runs in the first inning. You want to stay competitive, and so obviously, most of those runs I would say are not Austin's fault. He had a couple errors in the field, but he battled, got out of it. I think he takes some positives away from that. Sam will go out there and do his thing, and hopefully throw some strikes, and the field will clean itself up, and we'll stay at a 4-1 game. What do you think? Is 1 inning too quick to pull the pitcher there?
It might be, just because I think a lot of that wasn't necessarily on the pitcher.
Yeah,
You had the 2 errors on that one play that really compiled. But you did also have, a hit by pitch and a walk that those were 2 of the runs that scored.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. We had 3 errors in that inning. Two by the first baseman, one by the shortstop, and so probably as you said, not Austin's fault at all. So time will tell. We'll see if we get some length out of Sam, or if we'll have 3, 4 pitchers like we do normally. I think at this point you're looking at least 3 pitchers in this game. I don't think anyone expects Sam to throw 8 innings here, especially this early in the season. I know it's the 6th game of the season, but Sam hasn't pitched in a couple years, is coming back now, so you want to take care of all your arms so they go deep into the season. Good throw there by Tyler, and the batter will come up. Jordan stares down the batter before stepping on the mound. Throws the ball. Saw the batter kind of bail out a little bit there. Interesting, considering it looked like it was a fastball, just a little bit high. If you're a pitcher, that's got to give you confidence against a batter, right? Yeah, he's stepping out of the box pretty hard here. Can't hit if you're stepping back. Good pitch there, strike 2. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. You see Sam once again step on the rubber. Here comes the pitch. Just missed. 2-2. 3-2. So good job by the batter here, going from 0-2 to 3-2, working the count back. Um, if I'm Sam, he's throwing three outside pitches. I'm coming inside here on a guy that steps out of the box a couple times early in the at bat. Kind of challenge him here. Instead, he goes the outside corner and gets the strikeout. That's out number one. Sorry, I should say there was a defensive substitution right at the beginning of the game. So it's actually Derek White playing second base today instead of Adam Lesniak, who was running a little bit late. I forgot to mention that. So normally a career first baseman playing second base today, although we know he can hold it down. We see the bunt attempt as we're back to the top of the lineup already. That's a ball that we've been hit again. This batter, leadoff guy, was hit his first at bat after falling behind 0-2. Fakes the bunt there. Good ball. Penguins need to throw more strikes today. I can tell you that already. Worst feeling in the world is watching a bunch of balls go by. Although Sam struck out his first guy, so I'm being too critical on Sam already. That was called a ball. Fake bunt again. That's a strike. Tried to draw the walk on a fake bunt, but instead gets a strike. Good job. We saw both Penguins corner infielders crash there in case the ball's bunted. You assume on 3-0 he's not going to lay down the bunt, right? Usually it's a take, but you can't. If you don't charge, it increases the likelihood that he does bunt. He chases a high one there, bringing it back to a full count. So the opposite of the first at bat, where the guy went 0-2 and then worked a full count. Now pitcher went 3-0 and worked it back to a full count. He works the walk, so that puts a runner on first with one away. So he's reached base both times today. Now their second hitter, who walked last time, is up. I do like these Brew Crew jerseys, wearing the blue Brewers jerseys. I like them a lot. I think they look sharp on the camera. They look sharp on the field, too. Pickoff attempt at first. Doesn't work. He'll keep the glove on him just in case. A little gamesmanship there. Runner thinks about going. Instead gets a strike call here. He did steal second base last time on that incredible play by Tyler Sherrard. I think, if the ball hits his mid in the air, he probably gets the out. Runners going. They go for the bunt. Pitcher dives and catches it, throws it over to first base. That's a double play. What a play by Sam Jordan to get out of the inning. Incredible, Jake. The diving catch on a bunt and run, gets 2 outs. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think that's a Sports Center top 10 contender, right there. It's a
Absolutely.
very impressive play. Coming off of the pitch, it's a lot harder to field the ball, than any of the other positions because you're not expecting it to come right back to you.
Yeah, everybody else gets ready before the pitch. You're throwing your entire body violently at the home plate. But he collected himself, saw the ball pop up in the air, laid out, makes the play, and then makes the easy throw over to first base to get the double play. I don't know about stealing while bunting. I think that's always a dangerous play for that reason. Because really,
Mhm.
if you're the guy stealing, you're dead to rights. There's nothing you can do about that, right? And it's not like you're going to get to third on a bunt. You will on a hit, right? That's why the hit and run is so popular. But on a bunt, there's really no advantage to stealing there. I don't know if that's what was called or if that's just what both guys decided to do independently. But either way, it ends in a double play and cuts off all momentum for the Brewers, who now are back out on the field warming up with the Penguins. Got to be feeling good after the play. We heard the entire dugout cheer, and now they're getting ready to go up and hit. So for all the defensive woes for the Penguins, I feel like that play makes up for all of those errors in the first inning. Looks like Tony Sfranek is up. All-star a year ago. He sees the ball. Tony looks over for the signs. Something we've been working on this year. Our team traditionally hasn't used signs until this year. As we see Tony hit a line drive, hard line drive, but right to the second baseman. It's too bad for Tony. He hit that hard. But unfortunately, right to the guys. Will Prine is up now. But what I was saying is, we didn't really do signs the first 3 years. We tried to implement them a little bit last year. This year, team's committed to them, so you'll see guys look over to third base. That's why. Not always giving signs. Sometimes I'm faking signs. Sometimes I'm not giving anything. But just getting in the habit of looking over in case a sign is coming, because we'll use them at times when, as we see a strike, when you're not expecting it necessarily too. So. Right back to the pitcher. Ball bounces off of him. He throws it over to first. To get the out. That didn't feel good, I'm sure. But he recovered well. Another good play by the pitcher. Pitchers. We see number 13 come up. This is Frosty McDangerous, as most of us know him by. Career 200 hitter, so not really a whole lot to fear. I got to be honest. He looks at a strike. Great eye there. Great eye. That pitch didn't count, just to be clear. Pitcher steps on the mound, worried about giving up the first ever home run to Corey Kern. Instead, we get a foul ball. Way ahead of that one. Strike two. Sees the ball there. First year, I was second in the league in strikeouts as a batter. Struck out the second most amount of time. Really cut that down. On base percentage has gone up just a little bit. Batting average has stayed about the same. Missed that curveball there, though. That's strike three, and that'll end the inning. What a terrible at bat. Terrible at bat. What do you expect, though, from a terrible batter? That's all I got to say.
I think that might be the first at bat we've seen on amateur night this season.
It is, in fact, I think it was my first at bat of the season. Did I play in the Bombers game? I don't think I hit in the Bombers game. So, yeah, first at bat of the season, first strikeout of the season, getting that out of the way. No, I take that back. I did have a couple of at bats in the stealth game that we didn't get to watch because we only had 8 players in that game. And I think I went 1 for 4 in that game, or no, I went 0 for 4 with a walk. So no hits yet. It takes someone, Jake. I'm just gonna say this. All right, it takes someone being very brave to put themselves on YouTube, striking out, looking like a dummy. I'm hoping to get like a streamer award for this. Just for the bravery. But that was bad. So, but that's all right. It's only one at bat. Gotta shake it off. Gotta shake it off. I'm still mad about it. I didn't. Clearly, I didn't shake it off because I'm still mad. This was like a month ago.
Yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of game left. I'm sure we'll see another at bat at some point.
I'm telling you, I'm only giving myself like 1 or 2 more at bats, and I'm pulling myself out of this game if I'm the manager. Putting literally anyone else in. But you got to get in there. You got to get in there. You got to take some swings. As a relief pitcher, I only pitch maybe 1 or 2 innings a game at that. So if that, you got to get in there every now and then. But you don't want to put the team in harm's way. That's the key, right? Is you want people to play. You want your bad hitters to get a chance to play, even if they're you, in a way that doesn't cost the team. You see a line drive right to the shortstop. That's out number 1. Good start there by the Penguins. You never want to be one of those player managers that puts yourself in every play and then the team loses. You know what I mean? You don't want to do it and the team wins. You want other guys to shine, but you do look for opportunities like this to get a couple at bats in the game, see how it goes, get the hell out. I am playing on a second team this year. They just started their season. I will be joining them when the Penguin season's over. It's in the HTA division, which I think stands for Hometown Association. In that league, everyone has to bat. So even if you're not on the field, if you show up, you got to bat. So if we get some of those games on here, maybe we'll get some of their games on here. If we do that, we'll get to see me strike out plenty of times. Although I did bat in one of their preseason games and went 2 for 4, so had a career day. There you go. They say no. Okay, so that's ball 2. It looked pretty close. This is their catcher. I think the last name's Graffman, Lucas Graffman. I think probably the best hitter on the team, in my opinion. But I haven't seen a ton of them. Three one count here. Pitch fouled away. Missed us. Full count. I used to be a decent hitter, Jake. I'll tell you. Up until like JV, in my freshman year, I had a 10-game hitting streak in JV, and then never hit again because I focused on pitching. Didn't get another hit until my senior year on senior night. Got a single. They let me pinch hit on senior night. Because that's strike 3 there for against Graffman. And so 2 up, 2 down here for Sam Jordan in his second inning. Good curveball there. We take a little bit of a jostling. That rope's encroaching on our space here to see the field. That's one of the things I don't like. This is one of those backstops that's netted rather than caged. Things jostle around. See a ball. Sam Jordan really settled down this inning, it looks like. Working ahead, getting outs. I mean, Got out of the last inning with no runs, but this one just looks fluid. As we get hit again, you can still see what's happening. So we're going to continue, Jake. 1-2. Ground ball over the pitcher's head. That looks like it's gonna. First up picks it up, makes the throw. No, he holds it. That'll be a base hit for the Brewers to extend the inning. Just a tough one landed in no man's land. So 1 on, 2 out here in the top of the third. Ball there, runner stays. Probably good for him. Tyler to gun him out there. He's strike one there. Runner goes here. Tyler picks it up. What'd I tell you? Out by a mile. I told you if he runs when the ball is there, he will gun him out, and he did. Nostra Frosty strikes again. And don't say in the comments that I knew because I was at the game. You don't remember every play from a game a month ago, Jake.
Yeah, yeah, no, but impressive play there by the catcher. We've seen a couple of nice plays that so far early in this game.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I love about the IBL is that to me, it's like I kind of rank it as like high level high school baseball level of play. So like you see some really good plays. You don't see a ton of just boneheaded plays. And we've already seen that. You've seen the dive, you've seen the bounce almost throw out. We saw the throw out there. You saw the pitcher take one off, I think the leg for the Brewers and still get the out. So good stuff. Good quality of play outside of those kind of three errors. See Everett Laughlin up. Everett is Everett is the 10 hole hitter in this game. Uh, so it's bottom then top here to start the inning. Good opportunity here for the Penguins to get back in this one. Another pitcher that doesn't go through the entire windup during his warm-ups. I've been thinking about that. Maybe that's something I should do, I don't know. Mid game like this, usually when I'm on the mound, I feel good about the third pitch. I'm like, okay, let's go. Unless it's been an extended inning in between. Everett asking the umpire what exactly the strike zone is so that he knows. That's a key thing to do, Ask the umpire, where are you calling balls and strikes today so I know what to swing at? 'Cause clearly you're not calling them in the right spot. As Everett, see, it worked. Throw is high and he is safe. So just like that, runner on first base, nobody out. We go to the top of the order. Alex Agarwal up, rifled a single down the third base line, his first at bat. Pitch looks like it bounced there. That's ball one. Got a little. I don't know if you noticed this, Jake. In left field, looks like a little bit of a blue monster out there for home runs. Ball gets past the catcher there. Everett's. Oh, he slipped and fell. It looked like he was thinking about three. Instead, he'll stay at two. That happens sometimes. I don't think he had a good shot at three anyway. Hard to do that on a pass ball. Pitch fouled off for strike one, 2-1. Somebody forgot to mark the runner advanced on the scoreboard. Sorry about that. Another foul ball. That's 2-2. Another ball down third baseline, right to the third baseman. He throws it over to first. Goes past the first baseman for an error. You see both runners will advance. It looks like Everett's gonna come home. He is, and he is safe. No, he's safe. So the Penguins get a run. Great base running by Everett Laughlin there to get home on a ball past the first baseman. It was a close play, but a great slide, and he's safe. What a play! You see a strike there. And just as importantly as that run scoring, there's still no outs, and Agrawal's on third after honestly should have been out. Foul ball. It makes count 0-2. So as we see here, Samaran batting right-handed now. Pitches a curveball. He puts it out into the outfield. Center fielder's under it. He makes the catch. The throw home will not be in time. So Sam Moran does the job there, and the Penguins pull within one. Good baseball there from the Penguins. Get the deep fly ball to center field and get the tagged up runner. Um, and now they're only down one with Derek White up. Still nobody out here in the third. Mind is threatening to dislodge our camera again. Derek White hits one. That's a single. So all of a sudden, the Penguins' bats are cooking here. Checks the runner. Foul ball. Strike one. That one's hit high and deep. Caught by the center fielder. He's been solid out there in center field. I got to be honest with you. They get the first out of the inning. Center fielders played really well today for the Brewers. All right, here it comes. The ice cream cone is back. Doubled his last at bat. He hits that one high and deep, but it's foul ball. Good to have Jose back, man. His bat to ball skill is very good. Good power hitter. Can run the base as well. He swings there, doesn't touch the ball, and the runner is safe at second on the pass ball. So now runner in scoring position with only one out. Jose fouls that one off. Oops, that's the wrong button. That's also the wrong button. There's two strikes. I don't know how to work this thing, I guess. What's a strike? I don't know. I don't understand baseball. Jose is looking for the pitch here, down 0-2. He pops that one up. That's foul ball. That's a fly ball out. So that ends the inning. Top of the fourth. Penguins get within one though, 3-4. Jake.
Yeah, bats overall have been pretty good for the Penguins. We've seen other games where they kind of struggled down the stretch, but overall, I mean, if they keep that up, they let the Brewers have the four in the first, and it looks like the Penguins are tracking to get caught up here and hopefully surpass them.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, Sam Jordan doing yeoman's work out there is, they gave up 4 runs in the first inning. Again, most of those based off the 3 errors that happened. But Sam Jordan has really not even allowed them to get any momentum since coming in. He's going to go for his third inning at work here. Sam, the opposite of some of the other pitchers we've seen, he goes through the full windup to warm himself up. See, that's where I'm a little different. I don't go from the windup ever. I'm one of those classic relievers that only pitches from the stretch. It doesn't matter if there's nobody on or one on or bases loaded. I'm gonna do the same thing every time. I did pitch out of the windup in high school, but I found when I got back, I hadn't played in 13 years or so when I played my first season with the Penguins, then the Raiders. Um, is that there was so much to reteach myself. Your body's different. You warm up differently, you feel differently when you throw. That I found the simplest thing to do was just to get rid of the windup completely, focus on the stretch, learn how to throw strikes from there, learn my mechanics from there, and I've just kind of stuck with it. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. That's a ball. Clearly, Ricardo thought that was a strike. But what else is new? Way late on that one. That's strike one. Fly ball drops in front of the third baseman. He picks it up, makes the throw, and gets the out. Great job there by Tony to step in front of the shortstop and make the play. Generally, if the third baseman can make that play, you want him to get it because they're already moving toward first base when they catch the ball. Tony did a nice job cutting in front, making the play. And that gives us one out. Another one. Tony does the same thing, picks it up, makes the throw, and gets the out again. Nice job by Safranek making both of those plays. Safranek. I don't know how to say his name. I should ask him. Tony, if you're watching this game, drop in chat how to say your name. 2 outs here. Ground ball to the second baseman. He scoops it up, makes the throw, and that's out number 3. Was that a 3-pitch inning? That was a 3-pitch inning. Insane. 3 choppers, 3 outs, 3 pitches, everything threes. Great job by Sam. Way to work it. Give himself another inning, I would say. A lot on the line. It's early in the season. They play a 15-game season, so not that early. We're approaching midway, but a lot on the line for the Penguins. A couple of stats for us. I had our stats guy look it up, which is me. And the Penguins last year won 4 games. If they win this game, they'll be 3-3. So that's huge for them. So that's one. Second, they have never been 500 or better after the second game of the season before. So this would be the first time they'd be 500 after the second game of the season. So a lot on the line for Penguins team, barely trailing in this game, but would like to see some of those some of those stats fall. I think this team's better than a 4-win team. I'm just putting that out there. Um, you know, gotta win it. Gotta win it on the field, as they say. So Sherrard will lead us off. Everyone trying to coach first base, it appears. Only need one. Tyler squares up. He takes a strike. Tyler, one of the better bunters on the team, I will tell you. Especially with he's got worked hard on his speed the last couple of years. He can beat out a bunt for a single. Takes the ball there. And you see the third baseman still playing really far back. That's one of the things you check as third base coach. How far back is the third baseman? Can my guy get a bunt down the line? Instead, he hits a chopper between the second and third baseman. He'll get to first base with a single. So good job by Sherrard. Thought about going to second as the ball's overthrown in the infield, but pitcher backs it up and gets the catch. See the ball there. Tony up, made 2 great plays in the last inning defensively. Hit a rocket his first time up, too. Hits another rocket. Caught by the center fielder ranging to his left. Unlucky, honestly, for Tony. 2 hard hit balls, 2 outs. But that's why he's in the lineup. He can hit the ball hard. Will Prine up. Will Prine also, I would say, one of the top 3 bunchers on the team as well. So maybe go for a bunt here. Third baseman's way back again. Throw over to first base. I don't even think Tyler had gotten off the base yet. Another throw off to first. Apparently, they think he's going to steal. See a ball there. That's kind of the danger you run into as a pitcher. If you throw over to first too many times, you lose focus on home plate, and every now and then, um, more often than not, I think that ball comes back. The first one's a ball. Will Prine swinging away here. Hits to the shortstop, who throws it past the second baseman. Sherrard will get to third, and they'll hold him there as the worst hitter on the team comes up to bat. Number 13, Frosty McStrikeout from his last at bat. 1 out. Stares down at third base. Not the guy you want up. I'm going to be honest with you. Comes the pitch. Ball. Runner takes off for a second. They let him go. You see ball 1. First baseman creeps in. Third baseman as well. The pitch. Kern bunts it down the first base line and take off for first. He gets out, but the runner scores and the game is tied up. Productive at bat by Kern to bunt the ball down the first base line. Pretty proud of that, Jake. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, picking up the RBI there.
Yeah, bunted it kind of perfectly where the pitcher had to go field it. There's no chance to get the guy out at home, and the Penguins tie the game up. We see a ball. It's the one thing I know how to do well, Jake, and that's bunt the ball. Classic pitcher move. That was called a strike. I don't know what the umpire is looking at there, honestly. That was really high. Ball slapped the other way. Shortstop picks it up, makes the throw, and he's safe. So the runner's safe. Penguins take the lead 5-4 here in the bottom of the 4th. Productive inning in a completely different way, Jake, for the Penguins. Throw over to first. He's safe. Still only 1 out here in the 4th. Agarwal hits that one. Drops down. No, it's caught by the center fielder. Oh, sorry. There were 2 out. Missed it. That's 3 outs. So top of the 5th here. Penguins take the lead by 1, 5-4. So the Penguins doing it a different way than the first time, Jake. Playing a little bit of small ball, stealing some bases, doing all of the other things. So quite the inning there for the Penguins. We see a new pitcher come to the mound. It looks like Frosty strike out in a good way comes out. I don't know, but anyway, Taking them out, number 13, Corey Kern. Only allowed runs in one game this season. That was the Monarchs game, or the Stealth game we didn't get to watch, where there's only the Penguins only had 8 players. I think he gave up 2 runs in that game, 4 runs in that game, 2 earned. Other than that, haven't given any up this season. So we'll see if the magic continues for your boy. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be sad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm rooting for this kid.
No, do you feel more warmed up after you come off of the at bat there, or does that make no difference as far as coming into pitch?
It doesn't really make a difference coming into pitch, except that like your legs are tired from running, right? And so you gotta, especially when you're as out of shape as I am, you gotta get get your breath back. Luckily, though, I had plenty of time between my at bat and again that it doesn't have much impact. And I, threw a bullpen session on the side, so it felt pretty good. I think, generally stepping on the mound. Throw down by Tyler, strike, and the Brewers will bring up their first batter after trailing for the first time in this game. So we'll see how they respond. A lot of fastballs by Sam Jordan and by Austin Beaver. Probably the opposite here, would be my guess. Lots of not fastballs. Get a weird timeout. Top fly. That's out number one. One pitch, one out. Meanwhile, the skies have opened up now that the Penguins are leading. It's a bright sunny day, so be on the lookout for those UFOs, folks. This is our chance. One gone here in the fifth. Pitch is a ball. Looks pretty good from here, but ball two. Pitch here inside. That's 3-0. So once again, Penguins pitchers struggling a little bit with the strike zone. I can be extra hard on myself. Oh, that one looked close, but instead he'll put a runner on first with one away. We go back to the top of the order here for the Brewers, number 11. Been on base both times, hit by pitch first time, walked his second time. Another ball there. That's 5 straight balls by number 13 after getting an out on the first pitch. Oh no, I threw it away. Tried the pickoff move, threw it away. Runner will get to second with one out. Oh, what sucks about that play is I had him and I just effing threw the ball into right field. What a terrible throw. Everyone hates you on the team when you do that. And rightfully so. I had him though. All there. 2-0. That was more embarrassing than the strikeout. There's a strike. Foul ball. That's strike two, 2-2. Comes the pitch. And that's a strikeout for Kern. So 2 outs now. Not sure what the discussion and the appeal was there. I don't know if they thought maybe he fouled it off, but um, regardless, that's a strikeout. Another strike there. Bunt over to the third baseman. He's going to have to eat it. First and third, two away. Just a well placed bunt there. Gets the runner on first base. Number 7 up here. Uh, Looks like they're going to have some conversation. My guess, this is on the first third situation. They're trying to decide what to do. You throw it down and risk the run, or do you hold the runner here? What would you call on that, Jake? Guy steals from first here with 2 outs. Guy on third. What are you calling? Is catcher throwing it down, or is he eating it?
I feel like you're throwing it down just because of how the catcher has been playing in this game.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. That's what I would do too. Oh, a little high. Yeah, if they'd been running like crazy and been successful, I'd tell him to eat it. But yeah, you're right. Given how well he's been playing, I would have him throw it down absolutely with 2 outs. It's an important call though, because it's a tie game. It'd be a tie game. See ball two. Good job. Good job stopping the ball by the catcher there. But that's 3-0. That pass ball goes. If that ball goes past the catcher, it's a tie game. But he keeps it in front of him. The bigger problem though is this is a 3-0 count. Uh, unless we throw a strike here, it's going to load the bases up. Gets the strike there, so it's 3-1 now. Again, looks over. Pitch well inside, and that's ball 4. The bases loaded now, 2 outs, game on the line, 4-5. Need something here. Best hitter for the Brewers up here, Lucas Grafman. If you're the Brewers, this is exactly what you want. A little bit of a stare off there. No, I'm sure there it's Tyler trying to figure out what to call that'll be a strike, for God's sakes. Foul ball there as he gets around on that one. Hit it hard, but Out of the park. Pitch. That's a ball. 1-1. I don't know, Jake. I know what happens, and I feel real tense about this even still. This is good baseball right here, though. Trying to bait me into a throw over at second base there. I see it. Another ball. 2-1 here. Gotta throw strikes. Quit paying attention to the guy at second base. He can't go anywhere. There's a guy on third base. You know? There's a strike. 2-2. That's better. Pitch inside. That's ball 3. Full count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. For the batter and the pitcher, there's everyone's like dream / nightmare situation right here. Struck him out to get out of the inning. Back foot slider ends the inning. What a pitch. Like, I've been down on myself, but that was a hell of a pitch, Jake. That's how you battle.
Yeah, coming in clutch, when it's needed.
No better feeling in the world as a relief pitcher than striking out somebody with bases loaded in a full count, man. That felt good. Kept the Penguins up 1, even more importantly than my personal feelings. But man, I could watch that pitch all day. That's probably the best slider I've ever thrown in my life. So 5-4 here, bottom of the 5th. Penguins preserve the lead. 2 strikeouts in that inning. I'll take it. 2 walks, not so much. We see father son still warming up here on the mound, going into his 5th inning. Workhorse, man. Should be about ready to throw it down here. We can get underway. There it is. That didn't look like he threw it very hard. I gotta be honest with you. Sam Moran will come up. He'll bat left-handed this time. The same pitcher. He's batted left-handed twice, right-handed once. He hits that one into left field. That drops, and that'll be a single for Moran. Derek White up now. Third batter in the lineup. Get a ball. Another ball. That drop. The catcher drops that one. The runner will advance to second base on the play. He hits that one to right center. That left right center. That looks like it's gonna drop. It does. That'll only be a single. Moran will advance to third. Got held up while he was waiting to see if they catch it. But they didn't. So, oh no, they did. Okay, I didn't think they caught it, but couldn't tell well. He just stood on first base for a long time. So runner on third now with one away. He fooled me. Ricardo with one hit to right field. That drops. And the Penguins extend their lead 6-4. Good hit going opposite way by Ricardo. Easy run. And here it comes. The ice cream cone jersey back at the plate. That one's a foul ball. That'll be strike one. Sounds like it hit a shed. Wait for the pitch here. Ricardo takes off trying to steal. Ball is caught and left field for the out. Ricardo makes it back. That's 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the fifth, Tyler Sherrard comes up. Looking to keep the inning alive here for the Penguins. Nearly gets hit. I haven't called them the instigators in like 3 weeks, Jake. I'm killing this.
Yeah,
Man.
it's impressive.
The bar is low here on amateur night. Runner takes off. Ball's hit into the gap. It's caught, however, by the center fielder who's been playing a hell of a game out there. That's 3 outs. So 6-4 here, top of the sixth, Jake. Penguins looking good, but the Brewers aren't going away. See Jose running out there to play right field. We'll see if the manager keeps number 13 in or not. Looks like he is. Hopefully the inning will be easier than the last one. That's what I'm hoping for. You see the warm up of the pitcher here. You see the actual catcher come out. Sam Jordan pulling double duty, coming out and catching after having pitched. That's a trooper, man. Your legs are tired after pitching. Look, not sure what the holdup is. Looks like oh, the first baseman's not on the field. What's he doing cutting in front of me? My God. It is amateur night, friends. Good throw there by Tyler. So here we go. Brewers stepping up here. Haven't scored since the first inning, but got real close in the last inning. Looking to capitalize on a little bit of momentum that they built there. Although, did it all get taken away from that strikeout to end it? We'll see. See a ball there. One of the things I've noticed about the Brewers, they're really patient hitters. You don't see them chasing a ton of balls outside the strike zone. So in order to get them, you got to throw strikes like that. That's a single. Brewers start with a runner on first base, nobody out. Didn't notice this until this game, but number 24 here must be a switch hitter. This is his first at bat right-handed, and he's facing a left-handed pitcher. So a more traditional type of switch hitter. Grounds one foul. Those people laughing in the background must have just been watching my strikeout from the last inning. I guess they're like, "Oh my god, how good is this?" Or maybe the bunt. Two strikes. Ball high. Catcher looks at throwing down to first, decides better of it. Ball just a bit high and outside. Ball two and two. No UFOs yet. I've been looking. Cloud cover's coming back though. Ground ball to third base. Throw over to second for one. Get the play there. On to first. Double play. Just like that. Two outs for the Penguins. Great job by the third baseman, the second baseman, and the first baseman to turn that double play there. And now nobody on. Two outs here for the Brewers. Just been a couple of innings where it looks like the Brewers on the edge of getting momentum and taking over, and it being shut down by the Penguins defense. With the pitch here, looks good, but it's a ball. Second pitch, ball two. Strike one, 2-1. There we go. It feels like one of those outings where the pitcher doesn't have his best stuff, but he's grinding it through, which is kind of fun to see, but also frustrating. Like, why can't I throw more strikes? That ball one, ball three. I'm sorry, 3-1. Pitch line, and that's a single. Runner on first base here, 2 outs. Brewers just won't go away. Checks runner at first. I would not throw it over there, like even what you did the last time. See a foul ball. Throw it into right field like an idiot. Oh, that was a really good pitch. I don't know where that was. That looked good to me, Jake. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that one definitely a close call there.
That one wasn't, but he swung at it, so we'll take it. 1-2. All right, so once again, one pitch away from getting out of this inning. And he does it again. Another strikeout. That ends the inning. And the runner can take off because it was a drop third strike. They throw him out at second. That'll end the inning. All right, bottom of the sixth we go. Penguins up two. That's an interesting baseball rule, Jake. You know, if the first base is open, and the catcher drops third strike, you can run to first base. If it's not open, you can't unless there are 2 outs. If there are 2 outs, then you can still try to run to first base. That's what happened there. There was a little conversation about whether or not Tyler dropped the third strike there. Ultimately, it was ruled that he did. So he had to throw it down to end the inning there, and he did just fine. New pitcher on the mound here for the Brewers. Only down two in this game. Looking to get their first win as a franchise in the IBL. See the warm ups there. Biggest thing, I think the biggest thing for a franchise, especially an expansion franchise, you need guys that can throw strikes. And I think that's what the Brewers had in their first pitcher. We'll see if they have in the second pitcher. You know, walks will kill you as an expansion franchise. Errors will kill you as well. But um, for them, they've looked good. Just need to keep throwing strikes. I think. Pitch. Like they're getting ready for the throw down. So here we go, bottom of the sixth. It's the Penguins looking to instantly increase their lead with the first batter here. I almost said instigator, so I had to make it sound good. Did a terrible job, but that's okay. We see Tony sees ball one. Tony Safranek had a little is having an interesting game. He's played well on defense, played well on offense. Has two just lasers, but both of them are outs. So he doesn't really have anything to show for it as he sees ball two there. But overall, has played really well. I think that's a strike. One and two, or I'm sorry, two and one. Tony hits a laser back to the pitcher who catches it. What are the odds? Man, he hit that hard.
Yeah, it was a nice reaction there from the pitcher, but it seems like every time he's been up to bat so far, he has some nice solid contact, but it's just right to somebody.
Yeah, that's so unlucky as we see Will Prine take strike one. So unlucky. Nothing you can control about that. He did exactly what he was supposed to. Hit the ball on the nose, and pitcher just put his glove up and said, "Look what I found." Get ball one, 1-2 here on Will Prine. He hits one at a little flare into the outfield. That is caught. No, not caught. So he is safe. Runner on first now with one away. Good job by Will to get a hit out there into center field. Just a little flare. It's so funny because Tony hit the ball probably 30 miles an hour harder than Will did, and yet Will's on base and Tony isn't. So as Sam Jordan into bat for me as a pinch hitter, he sees ball one. Runner goes, but it's fouled off, so he'll have to go back to first base. One here. Jordan hits the ground ball, the little chopper to the shortstop. He catches it. Doesn't make the throw in time, however, and so they'll give us runners at first and second with one away. So Everett Laughlin up. I don't know. Are you surprised at my decision to pull myself after getting that bunt the last time down, or do you think it's the right call?
Uh, I mean, you got the RBI there, so you ended on a good note, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so too. That was kind of my thinking. Plus, like with pitching, like save your energy for the mound. You know, well, too. Everett Laughlin having a heck of a day too. Scored on really close play at the plate earlier. Really does a good job. You know, my philosophy, we've talked about this a little bit as it's 3-0. Try to put a decent on base guy on the 10th spot, try to roll over to the top of the lineup, connect the lineup in a circle a bit. Everett's kind of the perfect guy for that. He gets on base. Oh, sees a strike there. Not good. You can't do that. I told the umpire to give him two strikes for that. You know, that's fouls that one off. Fouls that one off. Still a full count. Oh no. That's the baseball gods for you.
Yeah.
You know, they want you to hit. So back to the top of the lineup. Runner takes off for third. Ball's overthrown at third base. So Will Prine, who was out by a mile there, I will say, should have been out by a mile there. Instead, scores. The Penguins extend their run 7-4. And no, so they call catcher's interference, rule him out, and we'll go to the top of the seventh. So the score remains 6-4. They called catcher's interference. Apparently, the batter stepped out of the batter's box, got in the way, was ruled he was in the way of the catcher, which means that the runner is automatically out. Or I'm sorry, the batter is automatically out, and there are two outs there, so we end the inning. Rough one for the Penguins, but honestly, I know the batter stepped out there and he was called out because of it, but honestly, Will should have never gone in that situation. You know what I mean? Like he's not a base stealer. He's on stealing third is infinitely harder than stealing second base. He was dead to rights. It's just a bad call. As we see number 13 walking back to the mound. As his friend the ice cream cone will catch for him here. Nope, he won't. We're subbing it back out. So out for a third inning of work. I got to be honest. I don't know if I agree with this. I mean, worked the first two innings, got nobody, no runs scored, but it wasn't easy, smooth sailing for the Penguins by any stretch of the imagination. I might have gone with Will or Sam here instead, but here we are. We'll see if it works out. But with one pitch here, this will mark my longest outing of the season. Um, Good throw there by Tyler from his knees. Here we go. Up two are the Penguins. Ground ball. Tony Sfranek has played that all day. Instead, he throws it past the first baseman. Runner's not able to advance, but there's a run on first with nobody out. Good backup there by Tyler Sherrard, the catcher. I don't know if you noticed that, but he sprints down, covers first base as a backup to try to make sure the ball doesn't squirt away. He does a good job there, but you can't fault Tony for that. That happens to everybody. He's made good plays over there at third base all game. You just got to kind of shake that one off to what it is and move on. Pitch for a strike. So tying run at the plate here, top of the seventh. Foul ball makes it an 0-2 count. Aaron steps off the mound. Good pitch there, but it's a ball. Good 0-2 pitch. Looked close. Good breaking ball. Batter does a good job holding off on it, to be honest. Good job by him. He swings at that one. That's another strikeout for Kern. There's the first out. So the Brewers adding a batter to the bottom of the order here. Something you can do uniquely in the IBL. I like the rule, honestly. That was a ball. Throw over to first. Look, I didn't throw it away, Jake. Nailed it. Had to go back to it at some point, I think, just for confidence. Ball hit to the pitcher. He picks it up. He'll go to first. So the runner moves, but that's out number two. Decent job by the pitcher not to panic. It wasn't hit hard enough for the double play, so he goes to first base. Now we'll go to the top of the order. Strikeout victim last time. Fouls that one off. Strike one. Apparently, I was wrong. This is a decently put together inning. I got to be honest. Another swing and miss. The ball gets by the catcher, but he finds it. Runner probably should have gone there. I can't understand why. When the catcher's looking for the ball, you got to go, but decide to play it safe. You're down two, so maybe you're just hoping for a single here. Although this batter has gotten on base specifically from a walk and a hit by pitch, so puts that one in play. Back to the pitcher again. Fields it, makes the throw, and that's out number three. So I was wrong. Should have kept myself in, and I did. So game day Corey was right. Just from the outside, it looked like a struggle. Those first two innings, but that inning, anything but a struggle. The only runner that got on was the one that got on because of an error. Excuse me. Bottom of the seventh, headed to the bottom of the seventh here. Penguins looking to add to their lead. Pretty impressive by the Penguins pitching. Haven't given up a run since the first inning, which has allowed their offense to catch up and kind of extend their lead a little bit. To your point, Jake, I think they only scored in two innings, right? Two innings back to back were the two innings that the Penguins scored. A little bit of an anemic offense, but scoring in bunches when they do score.
Yeah, and it definitely helps when, you have the pitching that we've seen from the Penguins today. Really that first in outside of that first inning, it's been solid defensively. A couple of tough situations, but got themselves out of all of those.
Yeah, and even the first inning again was more a product of the defense than the pitching. So, pretty good outing by the pitching staff of the Penguins again, which seems to continue to be the strength of the team. Although the offense has improved greatly in the last couple of games, as we've seen. But if they can put it all together, they're going to be a dangerous team. I thought he was throwing down to second there, but nobody was down there. Throw down to second. That was a good throw. Yes. Sam Moran is up. He hit a line drive single to right field left-handed, so he's going to stick with left-handed this time. Probably a good call. So here we go, bottom of the seventh. Fouled off. That one didn't hit us. We've only been hit twice, I think. 3 times. Pretty safe up here. It chopped up the middle of the shortstop. Picks it up, makes the throw, overthrows the no. First baseman jumps up and snags it, but he's safe. What a catch by the first baseman. I thought that was over his head, but he jumps up, makes the catch, tries to tag, doesn't work. Instead, Derek White is up now, 1 on, nobody out. Derek hits one to center field. It gets past the center fielder all the way to the fence. This looks like the Penguins are going to score a run. Derek going for another triple. The ball gets past shortstop. Derek's going to try to score. He does. A triple with a 1 base error is what that's going to be called. But the Penguins scored 2 runs on a crazy play to make it 8-4. What do you even make of that? Crazy. Center fielder has been super solid. The ball goes over him. I don't know what happened. And then the errant throw into the infield, and Derek scores. I don't even know what to make of that, Jake.
Yeah, it's a crazy play. Definitely not something you normally see. If I'm the batter though, and I made it all the way there, all the way around the bases, I want to be credited with the inside the park home run though.
Yeah, no, I get it. But by the book, it's
Yeah.
a triple with a 1 base error. But second game in a row with a triple for Derek White. See another inside ball. Great job by him. And he hit that ball hard, don't get me wrong, but he hustled around those bases. That was awesome to see. Ricardo with one into the outfield. Diving catch by the center fielder, so he makes up for the last one. Gets the out, so that's 1 out. Jose Alvarado hits one deep. That drops in for a single. Top of the order doing really good work here for the Penguins today. Tyler swings and misses there for strike 1. Takes a ball. 1-1. So 8-4. Penguins have just kind of slowly been pulling away in this one. Been a really interesting game to watch. A little high. We hear a throw down to first, not in time. You're a Brewers fan in the background, I assume. Either that or maybe that's Derek not getting credited with an in the park home run crying in the background. All 4. So Sherrard works a walk. We got first and second with only 1 away. Little conversation about a wardrobe malfunction there. As we see a strike, and it looks like that's the end of our clip here. So let me see if I can pull up uh see if I can pull up the game changer stats here. We'll take a look to see how this one ends really quick. Um just a second here. All right. Yeah, let's see if we can pull this up. But anyway, Penguins are up 8-3. Let's pull up the game changer really quick. I got it over here somewhere. Yeah, this is it. Um, so let's share that really quick just to see how the game ends. What do you say?
Yeah, you could have went with like, the ref told you to turn the camera off, or the ump told you to turn the camera off, and that's why the stream had to end there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull it up here. So this is the box score. So sorry, I actually apparently read the box score out from this game inadvertently instead of the last game. As we can see, you see the triple by Derek White. Derek's gonna be super mad that the camera shut off because his next at bat in the 8th inning, he hit a home run, and he hit it over the Blue Monster. So that's the way it goes. Is that still shared? Yeah, it is. Okay. So, but yeah, so the Penguins ended up winning final 12-4. So they put on, two more runs or one more run in the 7th, and then 3 in the 8th, off a 3-run home run by Derek White. Ended with 15 hits and 5 errors. So a lot of errors, but a pretty good game. Jake, what's your takeaway here as the Penguins get to 3-3 on the season by beating the Brewers 12-4?
Yeah, a good game there. I think that was probably one of the best offensive games we've seen from the Penguins.
Yeah,
Pretty consistently, like throughout the game, they were able to stay on the bats. And then, pitching we've seen throughout the season has been one of the strong suits. And the 4 runs, it's always like that one inning every
yeah.
game that things kind of just compile, but they kept their composure.
Yeah, no, it's super interesting. Sam Moran pitched the 9th inning, so Kern went out and pitched the 8th inning, didn't give up any runs, and then Sam Moran went in the 9th inning, didn't give up any runs. Sam, to this point, has not given up any runs this season. And so I feel like we're starting to see kind of a top 3 pitchers kind of pull themselves away. We've seen Sam Jordan, who's locking it up, Sam Moran, who looks good as a closer, and then kind of me in that middle relief situation, kind of pull away. But, Austin Beaver pitched really well in this one. We've seen Will Prine pitch really, really well in this one. Jose Alvarado can pitch. This was his first game back. Hell of a first game back, by the way. He had a single and a double. But it looks like, yeah, that side of it's coming together. The offense, to your point, has come together a little bit. And so, I'm excited to see what goes forward with the Penguins. But that brings them to 3-3. That's game 6. I think that the Penguins have played 10 games total. So we're catching them a little bit. Their next game is tomorrow against the Phillies, who are currently in first place. So we'll catch them next Saturday. I don't know. What's your travel day look like next Saturday? Probably traveling, right?
Yeah, I think I'll be flying back.
Yeah, so I may still do the broadcast and maybe see if I can pull one of the Penguins players with me next week to help out. That'd be a lot of fun. But we'll see. But anyway, thank you guys for watching Penguins baseball on amateur night. It's been a lot of fun. It's fun to watch. It's excruciating to watch yourself make mistakes, but that's how we get better. So thank you all. Make sure you watch baseball. No podcast this Friday night at 9, since we'll be working at the ARCA race and the Truck Series race for the Instigators. So until next Saturday, which will be our next broadcast, be great, instigate, and watch more baseball, for God's sakes.